Oh shit. Here we go again.
In my last video on the subject, I ranted about missable trophies and complained about the difficulty, and yet here I am, earning the platinum again, even though I said it wasn't worth it. I love Kena, hated the platinum, yet I knew deep down I was gonna get it again. All I needed was one thing, New Game Plus.
If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
Ember Lab changed the Platinum experience entirely with this anniversary update, especially in regards to your time to plat. First off, originally there were a ton of missable, skill-based, combat-related trophies, which were extremely frustrating, not only due to the skill, but also because enemies were gone forever once you defeated them. And a lot of these trophies required a specific enemy that had low spawn rates, so the second they were gone, you're done. Thankfully, that's not the case anymore. Now, with the challenge trials, all of the enemies show up at one time or another, and it makes those multi-enemy trophies a lot easier to get. This is huge for platinum hunters, though I would still recommend certain locations for specific trophies. Second, Master Difficulty is now unlocked right from the beginning, changing the required 2 playthroughs to 1. You know, if you're insane. I know some people will start the game for the very first time on Master Difficulty, but I found normal to be challenge. And I've already platinumed this game. I would finish bosses and encounters with 1 HP multiple times. It's great that it's an option for those who want it, but I would guess that most are going to be doing this platinum in 2. One for story, collectibles, and combat-related trophies, and then another on Master Difficulty. Whether that be a brand new playthrough requiring you to do everything all over again since the collectibles are necessary for gameplay, or utilizing the New Game Plus updates since it'll be way easier to beat Master Difficulty since you get to keep your skills. Right? Wrong. New Game Plus gives far more enemies per encounter, resets your health, and introduces new enemies that just want a hug. Oh, and bosses have a brand new phase where they heal 75% of their health and are on fire. I should have known that Ember Lab was going to do this. Like, they weren't going to make it easier. They were only going to ramp up everything as you got more powerful. Like, I don't know what that's shame on me. So which one do you do? Do you do a Master Difficulty as a brand new playthrough or do a Master New Game Plus? Like, which one is harder? Honestly, it's kind of hard to say. The New Game Plus Master Difficulty felt harder, especially in the beginning, but I do remember having a really tough start to my regular Master Difficulty on the PS5. So I think it's mainly a learning curve, a steep one for sure. Having 0 health while trying to figure out new enemy patterns who one-shot your mistake really felt like the devs slapping me in the face. But keeping all of your skills, charms, raw actions, and currency is pretty clutch. Not having to go around and collect everything all over again is a huge time saver, and overall just feels better as a player. Yes, you spend more time in encounters and dying, but at least you don't need to see this animation 100 more times just to get back to where you were. So because of that, I would recommend a New Game Plus, but it's not without its faults. Thankfully, because of my previous video, experience with the Platinum, and Fuzzy Barbarian, my plat time, including doing all of the challenge trials, was surprisingly faster than my original time. This is definitely due to some quality of life updates included in the anniversary, like the collectible tracker, which has been improved. Now you can use the map in conjunction with a guide to collect anything that you missed without spending a ton of time searching. And the charm stones can really help your game. Even though the main purpose was to create a harder challenge, they did include a few that are purely beneficial. Bravery being by far the best charm in the game, but it is situational and it is only available in New Game Plus. If you are having trouble in your Master Difficulty run, let me suggest using this charm to your benefit. There are multiple fights, especially bosses, where stun locking and cheesing my way through the fight was the only way I was getting through with any sanity. No, it's not the most fun way to play, and it does get repetitive, but if you think I was going to deal with this BS... In my mind, at least I was getting through the playthrough. I didn't use the workaround or the glitch, and honestly, it can't be used all the time. The first time I played, this beast of a boss felt stupid and unnecessarily difficult, but now on my 4th playthrough, Master New Game Plus, it felt really satisfying to know that I had learned so much and grown as a player. The first time, it took me 10 plus tries to get through. This time, it took me 3. This feeling, this ending is what the devs intended. I think they missed that mark and that feeling in a lot of other areas in the game, but here, right at the end, I felt accomplished. Originally, I said that Ember Lab didn't care about the trophies at all. However, I don't think that's true. Now, I think they cared a lot, like too much. But they just wanted to make 2 different games and decided to put it all in one. Considering that normal is a challenge, the combat relies on parrying and pattern recognition, and all of the updates promote pushing yourself just that little bit further. It's clear that the devs like this type of gameplay. This is the game that they wanted to make from the beginning. And I will say, though the game is hard, it's not actually Dark Souls. There are similarities in the combat, but you never lose your currency, progress, and have pretty good respawn points. Master difficulty sucks, but it's not impossible, especially with the right tools, which they give you. The charm stones are a welcome boost to get you through those tough encounters, or can be used as an opportunity to punish yourself. You do you, bud. The spirit trials, which I enjoyed for the most part, are completely optional. There's no trophies associated with them, but they do offer great practice. And this is also where the new outfits come in. In order to get these really cute themed outfits that I freaking adore, you have to earn them, which is all the more reason to wear them proudly. They challenge you to complete bonus objectives and hit all areas of the gameplay: shooting, combat, and platforming. Dear Lord, the platforming. Ember Lab, you know I love you, okay? But, you did not make a platforming game. Oh, okay. I know you wanted to, but you have the worst jump mechanics since Kingdom Hearts. It takes 2 to tango. I will accept that I am notoriously bad at platforming, but us 2 together, we should not be on the dance floor.
Hello?
It's bad. The charm stones and trials and the benefits therein made the progression and the reward to master difficulty a lot more seamless instead of what it was originally, which was just this jump and challenge out of nowhere. There's still a major problem of it being disconnected from the rest of the story, themes, and character, but at least it's more cohesive with the rest of the gameplay. The original difficulty, combat style, trophy list, and boss structure now fits in with this monstrosity. Cane of Bridges Spirits is still $39.99, with the digital deluxe being $49.99. Kind of surprised that it's still the same price tag as it was a year earlier, but honestly, good for you, Ember Lab.
You go, Glen Coco.
When the anniversary update was announced, I knew I would jump back in, and I'm glad I did, because it's all starting to come together. I understand why the devs want to keep that glitch out of the game, and anybody who just kind of gets the trophy for master difficulty, it's not what they want. That's not what they want you to do as a player. Now, should they force you? I mean, there's a lot of easy platinums out there, so I don't mind this one being more difficult, even though it has nothing to do with Kane as a character. I love this game, but I don't like it. I'm glad I got it again, though. And I think I would do it again.